Hi everyone, welcome back. So in this video I'm going to turn what I like to call thin Raffan spindle. It doesn't have much purpose per se, but it does sort of hone your skills of not pushing tools hard on the timber. So this end is just slightly tapered to fit here into more taper directly in the spindle, and this side I'll support with the tailstock. Now the blank is roughly 18-19 mil square and 420 mil long, so this will just go in the more taper in the spindle. Just give it a few taps. That's running quite close to true, so just bring the tailstock and just want all support from the tailstock. I don't want to put too much pressure here because you can bend the spindle, so just light pressure. And the first step is to true it up, and the tools I'm going to use are 1/2 inch skew and 3/4 of an inch skew. So 3/4 of an inch skew. So I remove the control box here because I like to lean my left hand on the headstock here, and with my body I occasionally then stop the lathe. So first I'm going to start roughly here from the middle, and I'll make 2 beads. Actually forgot to reposition the camera, so here I just put 2 beads and just finessing them now. Like so, and now I can start to pin this down. Still using 1/2 inch skew. So, to just make room for the loose ring, and get it nicely undercut, and do this part as well. Hopefully that's looking good on the camera. Okay, so now I'll actually roll this ring, the bead part, on top. Just make 2 tiny V grooves here. There we go. And now I can undercut it. Now from this side, now that should break any second now. There we go. So it's loose. But what I want to do now is just clean up under it. So and shuffle it now to this side. Come on, there we go. I wanted to have more of a plate here, so nice and gently. There we go. So that's playing around quite nice. So now I can continue on to the tailstock. So here now I can make some sort of a transition. So I'm getting a little bit more vibration that I would like, so I'm hugging over the spindle with my fingers. Now this is not something that I advise you to do. Okay, and again now I can thin it down, but actually I'll thin this down portion because it looks too chunky. Like so. So now thin this portion down. So now start to thin down over here. Light touch. Virtually no pressure on the timber. I really want to think it out. Now in this direction again. So you can see, it's quite flexible now, so I'll go in this direction. The that I put on with the tool is sort of equalized with the fingers. Yep, that's pretty good. Actually a little lump here. Okay, I'm pleased with that. Probably to make myself a little bit easier later to part it off. So I'll just start the process like so. Actually one more cut. Like that. And from that point now I can maybe roll the bead. Look. A little catch. And I think I'll put another loose ring here, or at least I'll try. So I want to thin this down. Loose ring, so I'll mark it. Now actually the skew doesn't feel sharp anymore, so I'll just sharpen it real quick. Freshly sharpened skew, and that's better. Just clean this frail here. So I'm holding the spindle, I've wrapped my finger around it. Now again, I'm not advising you to do this, but this is thin spindle. It will break before it will sort of trap my finger here, so just be aware of that. And I'm pushing with my thumb, controlling the fulcrum here. And the right hand is doing pretty much all the work. Okay, good. So that's nice pad here, and just get it nice and sort of parallel and make a bead out of it. Like so, and now the parting off section. I think that's undercut quite enough from that side, and I'll go from this side. A little bit more. There we go. Put it to one side, and now I can clean this portion. Whoa, that was careless of me. I placed the skew without realizing where I am in terms of bevel. Now this little frail here of material is preventing to switch this to other side. There we go. So that's this portion, this half of the spindle done. So you can see now this to the tailstock and or half of the spindle, it's done. Now we can focus on the left portion. Can start making again some decorations. back to round. I was again a little too aggressive with the cut. So, nice small bead. Maybe a bit wider one this time, since I have the clearance here to undercut it. So now I have to do the other side. So nice and easy. I would really hate it to mess it up now at this stage, so I'm taking my time, enjoying the cut. Now the fun part of undercutting it. And I was too aggressive with it. Okay, so I managed to pull out a good size spindle, so almost a foot long, and this portion here has left, and I was a bit too ambitious with the bead here, the loose ring, and I undercut it a bit too much, or I was actually a bit too rough. So I'll definitely try this again, but nevertheless I'm quite happy with it. So two nice loose rings, and it's quite thin, quite flexible, but I'd probably get it a little bit thinner, or maybe a little bit more delicate, let's say. So yeah, that will be probably for another video.